This is a Roblox beginner's guide for people who don't know how to play Risky Strats in Roblox. I made this tutorial because a lot of people don't understand how to play this game, and it's hard to learn if nobody helps you, and the tutorials out there are not very good. So it's going to consist of 3 parts, parts A, B, and C, and each part is going to have 5 parts of it. They're very short and very simple. Part A is going to show you the map and how to move. So 1A is Observer Mode. Observer Mode is usually what you're going to see when you start the game because you actually have to wait for the next game to start, or it means you're dead. 2A is View Mode. It's what you can see. You can't see anyone when you're playing unless you get right up to them, and you don't know where the capital is either. You can see more of everybody in Observer Mode, but you can't see everything in Observer Mode. The map is set up in a grid pattern, and you move along the grids, and when you get to one of the dots, then you could put your stuff there. The dots are called cities, and the map is bigger when there's more people, so the grid pattern will be larger when there's more people. There's 2 game modes and 2 ways to win. One way to win is called Empire Mode, where you take 70% of the map. And the other way to win is Capital Mode, where you basically just kill the main base, which is called the capital. And that's the thing that produces in the beginning of the game and throughout the whole game. If that dies, you lose in Capital Mode. And if you kill theirs, they die in Capital Mode. So you move by using the arrows. Or you could use WSDF. The arrows to the left and to the right will actually rotate you. So it's actually better to use WSDF. Up and down to make you go up and down, but left and right on the arrow will actually rotate rather than moving. And you use the scroll bar and the mouse to scroll, zoom in and zoom out. And you right click and move the mouse to adjust the tilt. Part B is going to show you the base, the capital, how to make power plants, and factories. So the capital is your main base. It's this thing you start off in the beginning. It's a little bit stronger than the factory. You move troops by selecting them first. You left click with the mouse, select them, and then click on the next city. Those little dots are called cities or like spots. And then you click how many you want to move. You click how many you want to move by clicking Q, E, R, or F. F sends everything, and Q sends 10, E sends 80, R sends 501, and you could adjust how many each of those hotkeys send. You spend money by moving troops to cities or spots, and then you right click and click the building you want. And then you will spend the money, and then you're going to get the building you want. There's only 4 to choose from. In the beginning, you choose factories. So you just right click when you get 400 and click factory to get factories. So factories are going to make more troops just like the capital does. Expand your base to get bigger and stronger. And as you expand, make more and more factories all over the place. Power plants speed up the production of factories and the capital. It actually speeds up the production of a factory by 3 times, so it's very important if you want to be a good player. You usually make a power plant when it's connected to 4 or 5 different spots. So notice there's usually 2 to 8 players in the game. So sometimes you might make a truce with somebody, sometimes you don't want to attack somebody. So it's basically a free-for-all. Part C is how to attack, defend, and use forts and artillery. So bigger numbers beat smaller numbers. And if the number's even bigger, it wins even more. Because if 100 fight 100, they about break even. But 200 fights 100, the 200 is going to win harder. And if 1,000 fights 100, the 1,000 is going to lose less troops than the 200 would against the 100. Now you see I'm in a free-for-all with red, orange, purple, and green. I'm orange. Since this green is weak, I could just attack this power plant and take all the stuff. And when you attack their buildings, like the power plants and their factories, you actually absorb them and you get them, keep them, and you're going to make money off of them too. So you make forts for defense. Like orange right here is you making a fort because he's getting attacked by red. And it increases your defense by 30%. So if you have 1,000 It's like having 1,300 troops in that spot. Make sure all your troops are active in play so you could use it to attack and defend against the other player. Because if they're just sitting around, they get pretty useless. So you could select everything and press F to bring everything to you, and you could use it to attack and defend. So the orange player has to get everything on the left side, especially in the bottom left, active and into play. So artillery increases their attack power by 50%. You don't actually have to use the artillery until you get a little bit of practice into the game. Because watch this, I make an artillery to easily dominate this purple and the bottom, and sometimes they back away from it. But the best thing to use artillery for is when you're trying to bust the forts. Because this actually gives you a bonus so you can bust the forts. So remember, in regicide/capital mode, you win by taking the capital. So right here, green is about to kill purple by using the artillery to take out his capital. And in Empire mode, all you need is 70%, so you might actually be able to win in Empire mode without directly taking the capital or taking most of the base. That's it for all the basic tactics. If you need more help, leave a comment in the comment section. Ask for help from people in the game, and also you could do diplomacy, where you co-op somebody so they could actually help you move the units and help you build up a base until you actually learn what you're doing. So thanks for watching. That's everything for the beginners.